we're going to do a little bit of recognition here. And then we're going to do the oath, and then we'll do the closing comments. But first, let me direct your attention to the screen. The contracting experience, these podcasts are just awesome. And remember I said to you, communication is very hard. Well, that's why Amber put these things together, why Ms. Bullock put these things together, because these are recorded and everybody can just listen to them on their own time, but they're a great way for you to propagate this message, right? Just zip them a link to any of these podcasts, and it's a great tool. I actually sent these to Dr. Roper and a whole bunch of other folks as well, and they're really great. So thank you for that. And then before we get to the main recognition, I want to talk about something very, very special. This person has had a role in leading Air Force contracting and in determining the future of Air Force contracting that few people at that particular grade level get to do. I'm not going to bring this person up here on the stage, but I am going to tell you that the very first coin, the new coin for AQC, the very first one will go to this person. As Matt Flaherty moves on to the 50th Cons as its commander, and Lieutenant Colonel Andy Peterson takes his place as my exec, I tell you, I'm sending out an awesome leader into the field to carry on this tradition of leadership. Matt, would you please stand up? Okay, now as I call your name, and I apologize for my voice, but as I call your name, if you could please rise, and if I know if you're standing over here, please just hold your hand up so people get to see who you are. John Hobart. Okay, let me just read all the names that you can applaud. Mark Sandy, Jen Mapp, Lisa Stoker, Mitch Eldon, Mark Wagner, Rodney Miller, Pete Ginto, Mike Carmody, Joe Sitterly, Brian Ewing, Everett Emerson, Marty Trent, Rich Osterlin, Andy Peterson, Dave Allen, Shanika Woodruff, Tim Mazel, Leslie Knight, Elizabeth Baker, Robert Warren, and very special person, Lisa's granddaughter, Laylee Stoker. Next, I want to welcome to the stage a representative group of people that helped that I want to present with a coin in recognition of all that they did. And I wonder if these people could please join me on the stage. Jim Ashley, Jacqueline Rodriguez, Nick Northam, Yolanda Akinloba, Jesse Height, Brian Mark, Yancy Scott, Dina Torres, and Austin Giles. Please come forward. I want to just say a big thank you to you guys. These folks, and they I keep asking them if they're tired, and they say, no, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Right? These guys are exhausted. They put their heart, soul, sweat, blood, and tears into this thing. And I want to just say thank you so much.
I will mess it up.
That's the first time I've ever saluted a Best Buy person. So. My picture frogs, I knew I was screwing something up.
You did not.
All right.
Okay, bring it together. Nick. Smiles. Okay.
Next, I would like to welcome back to the stage our more than capable comedy relief, Michael Pillar and Ed Brookworth. Would you please come up? Ed, you have one job.
I'm getting you trained.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so this next one's a little bit of a zinger too. With the little secrets. Would Rick Bennett please come to the stage? Well, this guy is our chief flesh trader, and let me tell you, he walked in, and I sat him down and basically kind of gave him some thoughts on my style in dealing with our workforce and how critical it was to get after these immediate actions. And I'll tell you what, this guy right here is a leader, and he has embraced the Air Force contracting family. And more importantly than that, not only has he done everything that I've asked him to do and given that transparency and supported the field and their success and everybody in it, he has also not tried to bring credit upon himself as he is doing that. And he is taking care of every person in this room and every person that's watching. This is the guy that's behind that. He has shown tremendous leadership. And I could not do this without him. I'm so Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Now, last but not least, I need two very, very special ladies to join me on the stage, the Wonder Twins, Kate Hines and Ethel Seabrook Hennessy.
How hard did you treat her?
So, I've already told you about these two, but I'm telling you, these two are a force of nature. They really are. And they have such creativity and such vision and such drive. And it was, like I told you, I came in and I said, I want to bring the contracting worldwide back sometime before I leave this place. And they said, Buckus, we're doing it now. And the next time I saw them, they had a source of funding figured out. I just had to make phone calls. And then they had it lined up where I could go brief the undersecretary. And they had the vision for this, including Hap Arnold, including all that you see here. Everything that you see here, the driving force behind it, are these two young ladies. And I am in their debt. They are just outstanding officers. And I just love them both. So, thank you.
Woo! Please don't fall
It's like the
over.
one between two roses.
Thank you.
Okay, and then as a plug for these two, let me tell you, after the closing comments, that's the last you're going to hear from me. I know some of you are really encouraged by that. But tomorrow we do have breakouts, and I would ask you to honor these two for all the hard work that they did, and please come to that tomorrow. All right. So let's move on, shall we? Closing comments? Oh, we're doing the oath thing. That's right. Thank you. Okay, all the officers, please rise. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation. Or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully. Discharge the duties of the office. Upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
When we told people we were in the Air Force, they always asked, what kind of plane do you fly? We didn't all join the Air Force to be pilots. We joined the Air Force because we were different. We saw things different. We looked for better ways. We expected more out of ourselves. The Air Force was a place where excellence is a standard, not an achievement. We knew we had it in us to do things other people didn't have the strength, the vision, or the courage to do. The world was full of people who would trick sharp real hard and then tell you they were sorry. That wasn't us. That's not you. We go faster, we go higher, we go farther, we do more, and we do better every day. We find a way. Excellence in everything we do, no matter what you do. There are no small jobs in the Air Force. You don't hide here. This is no place for lazy or having a bad day. There's a reason the crew chief's name is on the plane. Everything matters. The uniform we issued broke the sound barrier. The reports we filed put bombs on target. The meals we cooked fueled this Air Force. Greatness will emerge in the places it's required. Your name may not make the history books or a plaque on a wall, but one day your name will be written in stone, just like ours. We will all be remembered by the people whose lives we changed, by the airmen we served with, by the values we honor every day. Excellence is our standard. Excellence is our tradition. Excellence is not what you reach for. Excellence is the foundation you stand on to reach higher. We were never given permission to be average. Not from our superiors, not from our country, not from ourselves. We gave everything. We didn't leave any jobs for you to finish. We left a mission for you to continue. Aim high, Aaron.
So thank you. So we're going to end this 2019 Air Force Contracting Worldwide Training Summit where we began. Can you bring the slides up? Oh, I think I got it. All right. We're gonna end with Hap Arnold. I'm going to talk to you about a conversation that Hap Arnold had with General Benny Schriever at the conclusion of World War II. And at that time, we were facing the interwar years with the prospect and specter of great power competition with the Soviet Union. And Hap Arnold gave to General Schriever a monumental task. He asked him to build an intercontinental ballistic missile force to deter a Soviet aggression. At the time, General Schriever had no idea how he was going to get there. But of course, we know the history now that he did. That he answered that call. We were prepared to face Soviet aggression in the Cold War, and thank God it never went hot. Here was the quote from Hap Arnold to General Schriever. The First World War was won with brawn. The Second World War was won by logistics. The Third World War will be won by brains. Today, we find ourselves in a very similar situation as when that conversation took place back in 1946. We find ourselves in the interwar years with the prospect of great power competition ahead with China and Russia. And as we stand here, we don't know exactly how we are going to answer this call. And we frankly don't know how much time we've got before either us or our children have to face the next fight. This week, you have heard a lot about the why. I talked to you about that threat briefing that I'm bringing all across the Air Force contracting community. That threat briefing that shows that today we are behind China and Russia in some very scary ways. And that at the end of the Future Years Defense Plan, the planned budget for the next 5 to 6 years, our plan is to be worse off then than we are today. Unless we change that course, unless we disrupt that future. And I am putting mission-focused business leaders in that role of leadership. The National Defense Strategy this time is the one that gives us this monumental task that we don't know yet how we will achieve. So you've heard the why. You've also heard the what. And the what is on the walls, and it's in the hallways, and it's been on our briefing charts. It's mission-focused business leadership, not just a culture change, but yes, a culture change. Not to a new culture, but hearkening back to our roots as critically thinking airmen, focused on the mission accomplishment. It also represents a mission change for Air Force contracting, not to something unique, but something familiar, the Air Force mission itself, where we see ourselves as direct contributors to fly, fight, win in aerospace and cyberspace. And so you've heard the why and you've heard the what. So as we leave here, ladies and gentlemen, as you go back to your bases, each one of you have a decision to make. And frankly, as I stand here before you, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not telling you what to do. Very few of you in this room actually work for me. You don't work for me. But I am asking you right here and now to follow me. I am asking you, after hearing the why and the what, I am asking you to show me the how. Thank you for attending. I hope to see you all at tonight's awards banquet. Thank you so much. This has been exhilarating.
Thank you, sir, for your closing remarks. We appreciate your insight as well as all our Air Force leadership for participating in the summit. Now, who's excited for the awards banquet tonight? So just a reminder, those who RSVP for the awards banquet, the social hour begins at 6. There's going to be a reception line for the award winners directly outside the Palms Bar Room, with the awards presentation beginning at 7. And I hear that the awards presentation is going to be emceed by a familiar voice and face.
I heard that as well, sir.
You did?
Yeah. They originally wanted Steve Harvey, but it wasn't in the budget. So it's going to be me. So surprise, surprise. So it's going to be almost as fun, just without all the wrong award announcements. So I got that going for me.
And me.
Yeah. Also, tomorrow's activities will begin at that one he failed, by the way. That was his closing. That's
He
his
wrote that
swan
one
song.
song.
That's his swan song. Right. Please be in your seats tomorrow morning for the morning announcements no later than 7:30. All right. We have to be out of here by 8 o'clock. Also, if you check out tomorrow morning, there is a room that's going to be designated the Lime Room. You're able to throw your luggage in. And we are cleared to go, as far as I'm concerned, or I don't know if I'm allowed to give that, sir. Am I allowed to say that I did okay? Okay, I'm allowing you guys to wear your travel attire here, so you're welcome. It's the least I can do. That's my sponsor. There's a whole very nice for that, so wear your travel attire if you're traveling tomorrow. And that's all I have for my side.
One other thing, if you are checking out from staying at the Wyndham and you receive your receipt, just ensure that there's no taxes. And two, you might see a charge, you're gonna see a charge for $220 for your fee, your landing fees. Final piece of information, as you see, it's imperative that you file a DTS voucher within 5 days of returning home. Please send a copy of the stamped paid voucher to Ms. Gladys Lee, Lieutenant Colonel Seabrook Hennessy, and Major Hines. We want to say a special thank you to Major General Holt for your advocacy in securing funding and approval from Air Force leadership. And that is all I have. Michael, do you have anything for us?
No, sir.
Any jokes?
None. I'm out.
Thank you so much for a great week, everybody. Remember, breakfast will start tomorrow at 7. That's it. Thank you.